are the polysaccharides. Polysaccharides are the also called as non-sugars, and they on hydrolysis yield more than 10 monosaccharides. They are not crystalline solids, they are actually amorphous solids, which are tasteless, and they are insoluble in water because of their huge molecular size. And the examples, common examples of the polysaccharides are the starch, glycogen, and cellulose. My dear students, the general formula of all these polysaccharides is C6H10O5N. And all these polysaccharides, when they are hydrolyzed, they give only glucose units. So because all these polysaccharides on hydrolysis give only one type of the monosaccharide, so that's why they are also called as the homopolysaccharides. While the example of the sucrose, I have just completed the sucrose. That example of the sucrose, that is an example of the heterosaccharide, because the sucrose consists of one glucose and one fructose unit. So it consists of two different monosaccharides. So that's why sucrose is heterosaccharide. Maltose, that is also a disaccharide, and that consists of two glucose units. So it is a homosaccharide. In the same way, all these polysaccharides, they on hydrolysis give only one type of the monosaccharide, that is glucose. So that's why they are called as the homopolysaccharides. And keep in mind that the polysaccharides are most abundant class of carbohydrates. And a very important point, my dear students, that among all the polysaccharides, the most abundant is the cellulose. So this point is very important for the MCQs, that among all the carbohydrates, the most abundant carbohydrate on this planet, that is the cellulose. Now let us slightly discuss these polysaccharides one by one. First of all, we are going to discuss the starch. Starch is a stored form of energy for plants. So starch is a form in which the plants store energy. Now the starch is a polymer of alpha D glucose. The starch is present in the wheat, rice, potatoes, etc. The starch is of two types. One is the amylose and other is the amylopectin. In amylose, all glucose are attached in the straight chain. So all glucose units are attached in the straight chain in the amylose. And only 1,4 linkage is present between the glucose units in the amylose. Mean the glycosidic linkage will be between carbon number 1 of one glucose and carbon number 4 of the next glucose unit. And amylose constitutes only 20% of the total starch on this planet. And keep in mind that amylose on treatment with the iodine solution forms the blue or violet color because of the formation of a complex. And amylopectin, which is 80% of the total starch on this planet, that is basically a branched chain structure of the glucose units. So in case of amylopectin, there are some glucose units which are present in the straight chain, and the other glucose units are present in the branches. So there will be branch chain structure as well. And when the glucose are connected in the straight chain, there will be 1,4 linkage between them, and when the glucose are present in the branch chain, then there will be 1,6 linkage between them. So in amylopectin, the 1,4 and 1,6 glycosidic linkages are present, and in case of the amylose, only 1,4 linkage is present. Amylose is water soluble form of the starch, while amylopectin is the water insoluble form of the starch. And keep in mind that amylose gives blue color with the iodine solution, while amylopectin does not give any color with the iodine solution. So this was a slight discussion about the starch. Now the next type is that is glycogen. Glycogen is basically a stored form of carbohydrate in animals. It is the basically reserve form of energy for the animals. So animals store carbohydrates in their body in the form of the glycogen, and when it is needed, then that glycogen is hydrolyzed into the glucose, and glucose is then used for the energy purpose in the body of the animals to obtain the energy that glucose is used. Now my dear students, glycogen is also called as the animal starch because it is the stored form of the carbohydrate in the body of animal, just like the starch which is the stored form of carbohydrate for the plants. Glycogen is a polymer of alpha D glucose Glycogen has the structure which resembles with amylopectin, but it is much more branched as compared to amylopectin. Mean in glycogen also 1,4 and 1,6 glycosidic linkage are present just like amylopectin, but the structure of glycogen is much more branched as compared to the amylopectin. Now glycogen is stored in the liver and muscles of the animals, and on iodine solution glycogen gives red color. So glycogen gives a red color with the iodine. So this was about the glycogen. Now the last polysaccharide, it is the cellulose. Cellulose is the most abundant form of carbohydrate on this planet, and cotton is almost 58% cellulose, while the purest form of the wood is actually 58% cellulose, and the purest form of the cellulose is cotton, which is 90% cellulose, and the remaining 10% are the fats, just like waxes in the cotton. Then cellulose is a polymer of beta D glucose. It is a polymer of beta glucose. Cellulose is basically, it gives no color with iodine solution. The cellulose fibers are called as rayon, which is a very common fiber in the textile industry used for the manufacture of the textile fibers or the fabric. Now, cellulose is digested by an enzyme, cellulase. But my dear students, keep in mind that cellulase is not present in the human digestive system. So cellulase is not produced in the human digestive system. That's why the humans cannot digest cellulose, while the herbivores or the animals that feed on the grass and other plants, they can digest cellulose because their digestive system releases the cellulase.